Alrighty, it is Tuesday, but I have to go back to Monday really quick. I went back on at 8:30, I unloaded the phone, and then I went straight to work on the script for chapter 29. And then I stopped right after the Bella and Pasha scene. It pretty much went flawless. I actually touched up on the things I was expecting them to talk about, and I even inserted a few things that I thought of recently that I should talk about. The issue is that I wasn't sure what to do about the scene with Clotilda and Fauna. I'm not sure if I should cut it out of this chapter and move it to the next chapter, or if I should cut it in half, like start it in this chapter and then continue it in the next chapter. I'm not really sure. I'm a little bit iffy. But I got off at 10. I crashed. I woke up a little bit to 11, and I found out that Monica hadn't made lunch yet. The fire alarms went off like a little while after I woke up, so I couldn't go back into the room for a while until they were done ringing. And I figure it was a false alarm. It always is. Okay, so I went back on after lunch. I resumed work on chapter 29, and I just was like floundering through Clotilda and Fauna's scene. I'm like, I feel like I have two things that are being jumbled up here. I'm not really sure how to address the fact that she doesn't want to revive their relationship, and the fact that Clotilda has conflicting opinions about Fouillard that upset Fauna, and I have to figure out where the two subjects meet in the middle, so I can just make the scene go smoothly. Other than that, I feel like this is becoming more about. It feels like it should also be more about Fouillard than it is LaBelle, since LaBelle is in the middle of their relationship. So yeah, I ended up stopping at 3 p.m. We went for a walk. I found another dime while I was crossing the street, and we got a few more bottles. Went back on at about like 4ish, and I edited the audio while working on the pages until 5:30. I finished pages 4 and 6, I think it was. So the major art was done. I just needed to add the effects and then save it, but I didn't do that. And so I went to bed at 6, and I was trying so hard to get up at like 10 or 11, and I did, but I kept thinking, okay, I'll wait a little bit longer and then I'll get up, and by the time I woke up again, it was 1. And then I went straight to work on the Tuesday pages, and while I was doing that, I finished editing and I compressed the audio into video. I stopped at about like 5, and I only managed to assemble 1 page before I got tired. So the whole time I was working on the pages, I was really like straining my 5 pen. I really don't know how long I've had these pens already. I think I've had them since, like, I'm gonna take a guess and say Eurovision. I don't really remember. I think it was, maybe it was after Eurovision I got them. I don't really remember. I think it was either during or after the album covers when I was working on them. That's when I got these, and like, oh my god, the 5 pen just did not last. It did not last me. I'm considering going back to my G2s because I don't want to bust into my Stietlers just yet. I really want to wait until we get into the Hurricane Brigade arc before I start using the Stietlers, because like I want to keep everything consistent. So I'm just going to go back to using the G2 since I have a bunch of them, and I'll wear those out until I can open up the Stietlers. So yeah, I think that a majority of that segment of the story is going to be action. It's not really going to be talking, so I'm going to do a lot of drawing. Let's see, what else is there? Monica got up to make breakfast at 6. I did some line arting. I finished Marie and Shasta for the countdown crossover with Barry and Domi. I don't remember if I scanned it. I think I didn't, but I remember putting it on the printer, so I need to go back and like look at that. So yeah, we ate breakfast, we went for a long walk, we found a bunch of bottles, and 1 penny, and we came back at about like 8 something, I don't remember. It was a little bit past 8. I personally think the recycling bags look like they're ready to go to the recycling center, but we want to collect a few more items just to reach $12, because like the 2 bags together by themselves always seem to equal 11. They never really seem to equal 12. So I want to try to reach 12 first. I don't know if she's going to want to try to go to the bank with that money. I figure we're going to bring it home and then just store it away. Because, like, yeah. I would like to put it in my account, though. That would be nice. I worked on, and then I passed the Tuesday pages off to Monica. So she got those, and then I resumed working on pages 4, 5, and 6 from yesterday. Pages 4 and 6 are ready to have text, but I'm still working on page 5. I just did all the details. I need to do the toning and the effects, and I haven't done that. I stopped at about like 10 o'clock to eat lunch, so that's where we are right now. I got caught up with my journals and planners, and right now I'm recording audio. So this is the plan. Somehow finish the Monday pages. I needed to add the text and get those up on the locked blog. I also want to go back to working on chapter 29. I'm thinking about just like writing straight through where I am and trying to like figure out how to cut in the middle if I need to. So like the things I want to happen in chapter 30, I just keep going, and if I absolutely have to cut the Fauna and Clotilda scene in the middle to do that, and I'm just like I'm so torn about where I am. What else needs to be done? My video is compressing a second compression right now, so if it gets done soon, I have to update my YouTube, so I want to get that out of the way. And the only other thing we're doing today is taking a shower, so I figure we're probably gonna do that after lunch. So that's pretty much it. If there's anything else I feel like needs my immediate attention aside from scanning that picture of Shasta and Mary, I should go back on and do that, because like I said, my video is still compressing, so the computer's still on. What else is there? No, I really think that's virtually, I cannot think of anything else. Alrighty then, that's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Wednesday, but I have to go back to Tuesday really quick. So we ate lunch, and then I was gonna show Monica something on the internet. My video was still compressing, but then suddenly at the 88% mark, I got the blue screen of death. And so I was just like, forget it, I'm just gonna turn off my computer. So we took a shower at 11 p.m. I got out about 12. I rested until 2 p.m. I woke up at about like 1:30, and then I went back on a little bit before 2. So I completed the Monday pages, and then I finished compressing my video. I had to compress the whole thing all over again, and it finished at about 4, and I got off immediately. So between when I got off and then when I went to bed at 6, I was working on the brainstorm for the upcoming chapters. I think I might actually have no choice but to turn Fauna and Clotilda's part of chapter 29 into its own chapter. I don't really want to, but I think I might have to, because like it took me a while to really pinpoint what should be the subject and where the plot for that should go. So yeah, and then I brainstormed through the entire Hurricane Brigade arc, and it's the first Hurricane Brigade arc up until they reunite with We Are. So that's all been planned out. I just need to figure out how to like break all that down into individual chapters. It really seems like the whole Hurricane Brigade arc is really going to take all of volume 4. So that's frustrating. Alrighty then. So I went to bed at 6. I woke up at 10:30. I went straight to work on the Wednesday pages. I managed to line art 2 of them, and I line arted 1 of them halfway through. I got tired at about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I stopped. I went straight to bed. I ended up waking up at like 4:30. I finished line arting that last page. I assembled all the Wednesday pages and passed them off to Monica, and then I went straight to work on the Tuesday pages. I got 2 of them mostly completed, and then I took a break at about like 6:30, because like Monica went straight to working on the chicken instead of making the breakfast, so I knew breakfast was going to be a bit late. So instead I ended up updating my journals and planners. She finished breakfast at about like 7. After we ate breakfast, it was about 8 o'clock, and then we hit Vaughn's to get some groceries that we missed. And then on the way there, I found various bottles and cans. I actually found a can and a bottle of a knockoff drink's like limited run special flavor, and I was like, it's kind of like finding like the
the first and second of evolution of a Pokemon. That's what it feels like. It's just like, wow, what were the chances? And they were like practically like a whole block away from each other. One was in front of the school and the other one was in the parking lot at Bonds. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have a third bag to take with us to the recycling center. We decided to go possibly either Monday or Tuesday. One of those days we need to go to the laundromat and do laundry because like we're running out of clothes. So that has to happen, but we're not really sure which day is going to be which. So we figure Monday will be laundry day and then Tuesday will be recycling day. We're not really sure, but it gives us a little while longer to keep collecting things for the third bag. So we're most likely going to be hitting $12 to $13 by Tuesday. So this is more or less where I am right now. We got back just now. It's almost 9 o'clock, and I'm recording audio. This is what I need to do today. Aside from finishing the Tuesday pages and loading them, I need to finish the script for chapter 29, or at least cut at the point where Fauna is talking to Clotilda, because that's as far as I can go. I can't go any farther than that. I also want to try to finish pages 10, 11, and 12. If I don't do those by today up until when we go to bed, I have to try either between like tonight and tomorrow morning, which is that sweet spot between 10 o'clock and I'm gonna say 2. That's typically like the longest I can last. So we'll have to see how that goes. I need to update my YouTube. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. I was supposed to do it this morning, but I kind of forgot to. So I'm gonna do that when I get on also. So I'll be doing that as on tandem with Tuesday pages. So that's the most I can think of. I also want to go straight into chapter 30 because I got all the material for it now. I just need to figure out how to like bridge that gap between where Clotilda is telling Fauna her problem. So I'm just like, I don't know, I just feel so like iffy about it. And then everything after that is pretty much ready. So alrighty, I'm good to go. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one.
Alrighty, it is Thursday, but I have to go back to Wednesday really quick. So, I went back on at 9, and then I tried to finish the pages, but I got tired around 10, so I decided to take a quick nap, and Monica ended up joining me, but she didn't join me at 10. I can't remember when, but she took a nap with me, and we both woke up at about 10:40, so she got up to make lunch, and then we watched Roku Hodo. I can definitely tell the series is ending. It's just they haven't like addressed the issue with the guy and his brother. I really wish they would, because but I feel like we probably only have like 2 episodes left of this. They have to get it resolved within the last 2 episodes, or else this has to get a second season to resolve that. Other than that, I feel like I actually did enjoy this series this season, even though virtually nothing happened. I really liked the environment. It was very enjoyable. It was very likable. In this last episode, it was about a girl and her aunt, and then the second half was about this girl, and I can't remember if she was her sister or something. She seemed like she was her sister. It was a mangaka and then a fashionista, and yeah. Oh, it was interesting. Okay, so after that, I spent the rest of the time working on the Tuesday pages. I loaded them and got off at 1. And then I updated my journals and planners and rested until 3. And after that, we went to the women's group. Dinar was there. And we met another tenant that was on the second floor. Her name is Mary. And she's like 60-something. She's living with her grandkids because her daughter got incarcerated for driving this guy to a certain distance. And then he killed somebody. And then now she's in a accomplice. She didn't mean to be an accomplice. She was just trying to get him away from her family. And like I felt really bad for her because like right now she's at like 13 years of 13 years of prison, and they keep contesting the suit because she wasn't trying to help him murder someone. She just wanted to relocate him to somewhere else. But yeah. Mary's life is really interesting. There's other things going on in the background, but I don't want to talk too much about it. All I know is that listening to her talk made me feel like I'm glad that we lived a very like safe life. I don't know what life would have been like if I hadn't grown up where I had with the people I've grown up with. And like I looking at it, I just felt like, yeah, I lived a very safe life. Oh God. As for Dinar, she's she's looking forward to summer and getting her kids out of her hair. Other than that, it's a good thing that I ended up bringing up that the Rainforest Cafe is closing at the end of the month, because she actually has a voucher for it and she didn't know to use it. And there isn't another one. The one in Costa Mesa is gone. So, is there anything else that happened besides that? I think that's virtually it. We got home at about like 4 5 o'clock, and then we went straight to bed. And I didn't catch when, but I think I woke up between like 1 and 2. That's a guess though. I feel like I didn't really notice the time until it was like 3, and by then I had been well into working on the script for chapter 29. So all morning I worked on chapter 29. I printed it out at about like, I'm gonna say between 4 and 5 o'clock. And after that, I spent the rest of the time from 5 until 6 editing Harper and Giselle's profile pictures and setting them up so Monica can color them in. They're on her cartridge now. I took the last 3 pages of chapter 27 off, so that's going to be worked on. Oh, what else is there? And yeah, I'm not really sure when I'm going to get a chance to work on pages 10, 11, 12. Because, like, there's nothing to watch for anime today, so I figure we're probably going to go for a walk. And at the same time, I don't know if Monica wants to save going for a walk for when we go to the library at about 10. So we're probably going to leave for the library at about, like, 8 or 9-ish. I'm not sure. All I know is that probably either before we go or when we get back, or that's when I'm going to work on the pages. And hopefully I'll have them done before tomorrow, because I don't want to be thinking about them when I'm watching the movie. I do want to work on the storyboard for chapter 29, though. I feel like I'm so happy with how chapter 29 turned out. I'm really looking forward to working on 30 and 31. 31 is going to be the conversation between Fauna and Clotilda, because I couldn't fit it into 29. I was hoping to, but it didn't fit. It just did not fit. And then 31 is going to be the conversation between Fauna and Pasha and what they decide to do going forward. So, and then from 32 forward is going to be the Hurricane Brigade headquarters arc. So that I have estimated should end before chapter, oh god, what was it? Chapter 40, I think. So I'm assuming I should be done with that at about like chapter I'm gonna say 39. I don't really know. I'm guessing because like I broke all the steps up into the plot format. So I broke it up into 6 steps, and that is if things happen in tandem with one another. Because what happens to Pasha might actually be separate from what happens to Fauna in the same arc, and I might have to make one chapter for him and then give her own chapter. And it sounds like a lot of the stuff she's gonna do is gonna be most of the action. It's gonna happen a lot faster. So I'm assuming that her chapters are gonna be much shorter than his. So if it doesn't end at chapter like 39 to 40, I'm expecting to end between 41 and 42. So yeah, and then from 40 to 50 will be the second, technically it's the reunion. I don't know. It technically be the. I don't know how long the reunion is gonna take. I hope that it's only gonna take about 5 chapters, because like they have to tell We Are everything that they did, and then they have to talk to the Tradewind Brigade, and then the Tradewind Brigade has to talk to Warren, and then is the second battle arc. So I have to concentrate on getting the stuff between them talking to Fuyar and then talking to the Tradewind Brigade, and then the Tradewind Brigade talking to Warren. All has to happen within 1 volume, and I don't know if it will. Granted that like I don't know, I'm not sure. All I know is I assume between 40 and 50 will be them talking things out. Between 60 and 70 will probably be the second battle arc, and then between 80 and unfortunately probably 90, that's probably going to be the whole finale section. So like I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit all this in. I feel like I just have to not draw out specific things, even though it is going to take a while to explain stuff. So I'm just hoping that, like I said, because of combat scenes, I'm probably gonna have like some really super short chapters involving some situations. So
I don't know. It really just depends. That's more or less where I see this going, though. Sorry. And then I don't know if Monica's new care coordinator is going to help her find a job. And if she does, that means that production is going to slow down for me personally, and I'm going to have to change my schedule dramatically. That means I won't be able to work for, like, say, 3 hours straight. I'll only be able to work for an hour at a time, and then constantly have to stop and take breaks so I don't break myself. So I'll probably be sleeping and walking mostly. So let's see. Alright, that's as much as I can think of. I cannot think of anything else to say. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alright, it is Friday, but I have to go back to Thursday really quick. First things first, we ate breakfast. I went back on at 7 a.m. I tried to finish the pages. I only got as far as completing pages 10, 11. I stopped at page 12. I was really tired. So I got off at 8:20. We left at 9 to go to the library. I found a can on the way there. The first thing we did when we reached the library, we applied for our library cards. And I feel like the librarians we had to deal with were kind of mean. Monica got to work with the woman at the front desk who does checkout, and then I got to work with the woman who runs the media center, so she rents out videos and whatnot to people. So yeah, videos and music, I think. I actually didn't remember seeing music there. I mostly just saw videos. So yeah, I feel like she was kind of mean. Apparently, because our library cards are new, we can only borrow 5 books this month. And that kind of annoyed me. So I felt like it wasn't worth using the card right away. I'm thinking about using it sometime later in July or August, because like I found a lot of subjects I want to read up on. The trouble is that I want to get more than 5 books. So yeah, so the limit after 30 days of having the card, the limit would be about like 30 books. So we'll see how that goes. That's like borrowing like 5 books, say 5 books a week, I guess, for a whole month. I don't know. As I was saying. So Monica looked at the language section. We looked a little bit at the manga together also. And it was so weird seeing Fushigi Yugi there. Oh my god. And a lot of the manga they had there, I was just so unfamiliar with it. I had never seen some of those titles before. I had like almost all of Bleach there. Almost all of it. I was surprised to see it. Later, I ended up going upstairs and I looked at the sewing crafts. What else was there? Sewing crafts, painting, because usually the first thing I go looking for is oil painting, because I feel like oil painting, I usually try to get ideas for digital painting by looking at oil painting. It's always been that way for me. I've always looked at it, and they didn't seem to have a lot of oil painting reference books. That's really bothered me. We were thinking about visiting the library every Thursday. I don't know if we'll make a thing out of that, but that'd be kind of cool if we did. So we ended up leaving at like 11:30. And I found 2 bottles on the way back. We visited CVS really quick, and then we hit Vaughn's, and we got water and meat. So that was fun. So we got home, we made sandwiches with the meat, and then we watched the next episode of Comic Girls, which was actually a pretty emotional episode. The girls are getting kicked out of that building. They're closing it down. And in the process of clearing out the storage, they found all sorts of awesome things left by previous tenants, which kind of bugged me, because I was like, if all these resources were here, why didn't the woman in charge tell everyone? Because like, I feel like the main character could have used all those resources, and she didn't. In the end, they found this poster that was all like, I got out of rejection hell, and it's like, just keep trying, believe in yourself and whatnot. And like it re-inspired Kaos to try harder to succeed. And in the end, she got greenlit to release a comic in a magazine that was more or less like the life that she's had there with her friends, and that was actually pretty cute. So after that, I completed the art at 1 p.m. I crashed, and I woke up at about 3, and I went back on, and I finished chapter 27 and loaded it, and I got off at about 4. I don't remember what time we went to bed. I do know that we tried to sleep, but we couldn't sleep, so we got back up at about 6 or 7 around there, and we started working on stuff. I think Monica finished coloring some of the pictures I gave her, and I ended up working on
all of the extras that Monica had finished coloring in. So it was mostly just comics. All of it was just 4-panel comics. So I worked on a few things and then I quit for the day. I think we went to bed between 8 and 9, and then I'm just a guess. It was probably a little later, but I don't really remember. I woke up at about 4-ish. I went straight to work on the script for chapter 30. I'm still stuck in processing the argument that Fauna and Clotilda are supposed to be having. And I really need to write it out. Even though that I've already like brainstormed it, I feel like it's hard for me to link the subjects together because I feel like Clotilda keeps changing her argument into a different one that's not the one that I'm trying to make her have. So that's frustrating because I feel like her argument is really irrelevant to the point. So yeah. In the meanwhile, what else happened? So Monica got up at about between 5 and 6. We ate pizza. And then, did we watch anything this morning? Oh, I don't remember watching anything this morning. No, I don't think we did. Okay, so we ate pizza. We ended up getting dressed and hurrying, and we left the house at about I think it was somewhere between 7 and 8. I don't really remember. I think it was 7. And then we took the bus to downtown Disney. We took 2 buses, one to Harbor and then from Harbor to Catella, and then we went through bag check and we were able to pass into the park, and it surprised me how much is different. Build-A-Bear's gone. Oh my god. I think the Haagen-Dazs is also gone. I can't remember. And Wetzel's Pretzels is temporarily gone. It's gonna come back later in the year. But they're refurbishing a lot of stuff. The House of Blues is now a bowling alley. I think it's called the Split or something like that. I can't remember. But we looked around there. It was really nice. It's a really nice building. They're also fixing the Naples restaurant that's being changed. They're also remodeling the World of Disney. Half the store was blocked off. We looked around there. I was hoping to see if they would still be selling the little baby Baymax plushie from last year that I saw. I really wanted to get it, but I passed on it. It's gone now. All the baby plushies are all new. They're completely different characters, and they're done differently. They don't look as nice as the old ones used to be. They did have a tiny chibi Baymax plushie, but he did not feel worth the price. He was too tiny. So, was there anything else that was there that we liked? Not that I could think of. Okay, so we headed back. We looked at the Rainforest Cafe twice. It feels so bad that it's going away. We took a bunch of pictures of it and the theater, because that entire area from the theater to the Rainforest Cafe, including the ESPN building and I think the Earl of Sandwich, I believe that's also, all that area is going to get crushed and they're going to build a new hotel there. And it feels so bad. I can't even. But yeah, obviously the monorail transport area is mostly going to stay there. It's probably going to just work in tandem with the hotel they're going to build next to it. That's all I can see for the future of that place. So, yeah, we got the pictures, and then what else did we see? We ended up getting a bunch of Coco stickers from the travel agency there, because we were looking at the travel agency's books outside to see what Disney travels that they're offering, and the woman who saw us messing with the book ended up giving us a whole bunch of Coco stickers, and it was just we didn't see Coco, and the stickers were really irrelevant. They were for obviously last Thanksgiving. It's just okay, so we ended up watching the movie. I forgot to mention the whole time this morning, from when we left on the buses to when we arrived, I was working on the storyboard. I am still not done with it yet for chapter 29. I only got as far as Pasha explaining to LaBelle his issues with them. So that's as far as I got. I haven't had a chance to keep going because most of the buses up to Disneyland have been crowded and I didn't have enough space. I did try to work on a little bit afterward, but I'll hit that in a moment. Okay, so we watched The Incredibles. How did I feel about it? I felt like narratively the biggest, broadest strokes of the storyline felt right. A lot of minor stuff that had nothing to do with anything felt weird,
And I feel like when things needed to matter the most, there was not enough plot build up towards those things, so thus I could not suspend my disbelief. If you're following me on Twitter, you probably heard me say that I called it "Please suspend your disbelief" the movie, because like there was just some things in there that just didn't feel like it made sense. It, like, for example, like in the end, Violet comes up with the big plan to stop the major disaster from happening, and there was nothing to imply that she would know how a boat works. Nothing. That I feel like that should have been explained a little bit more. I feel like, but nothing set that up. Nothing at all set that up. And like, I feel bad for Edna. Edna had such a small part, and so did Lucius. Lucius also didn't really have as big of a part, and I feel like they advertised him like they would have a huge part. And other than that, I already knew who the bad guy was because of some YouTubers I've been following like to predict things for movies before they come out, and like they were so spot on with this, with who was going to be the bad guy, because it's very obvious. I mean, it's really, really obvious. So other than that, I feel like the way that the movie worked, if it made sense. Some of the major effects that happened, especially with the bad guy, was very seizure inducing, and I'm surprised that I feel like there wasn't even a seizure warning. I feel like I didn't see a seizure warning. They must have did something to make it like not dangerous to people who get seizures. There had to have been a seizure warning, because like I don't remember ever seeing one, and yet there was so many like flashing scenes that it felt like you know, you had better be careful. If you know you're gonna get seizures, don't see this movie. Oh god. But it had to do with how the bad guy works. So other than that, I feel like one of the things that was a big element in the first movie was the fact that Bob and his wife tend to use their brains more rather than their powers. And I feel like there wasn't enough emphasis about that in Bob's side of the story. In fact, whenever the characters were using their powers / their brute force more than their brains, it felt like the movie was out of character, and I didn't appreciate it, especially on Bob's end, because I feel like I like Bob as a character, but he just didn't feel like the same character from the first movie. He really didn't. And also, I feel like the characters also not knowing that Jack had powers actually surprised me, because like I could have sworn the parents saw that he had powers when he was in what's his name's hands, Syndrome's hands. I could have sworn. I guess it was one of those scenes where Syndrome saw it but they didn't. Other than that, none of them knew that Jack could do anything, which it really surprised me. I could have sworn that they saw that in the last movie. So it just left me feeling like, well, are you really? I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, and we don't have a TV set. I mean, technically you could find it on the internet, but like it's been a while, and I feel like I could have sworn they already saw that. Oh, whatever. But yeah, other than that, I feel like I appreciate that there was more of Violet in this movie, because I feel like there was a lot more of Jack in the last one. I did not appreciate her narrative arc. It just didn't work for me, because like it was mostly about her and this relationship / non-existent relationship with this boy, and like by the end of the movie, it's so disregarded, because in the end you know that her being a superhero is first priority, and that everything else is second. And it just left me feeling like, why couldn't they just get her with a boy who is a superhero too? Because I feel like then they can do stuff together. Other than that, I feel like he just feels like an accessory. And like, and not keeping him clued in, it feels like a huge problem to me. I mean, like, Honey knows that Lucius is a superhero. I mean, she's always telling him not to go dress up and run out. So like, it just kind of feels like that works for Honey and Lucius, but does not work for Violet and whoever that kid's name was. I forgot his name. But yeah, I felt like I didn't appreciate how that worked out. Other than that, I feel like I'm so glad that Violet got to do a lot more in this movie. In fact, you could actually see a lot of her mother in this movie. So, I mean, even the way that she talks, I had to realize that, yeah, she definitely is her mother's daughter. So yeah, I really like that. Anything else I have to say? Oh yeah, the short that happened before the movie. Why didn't I talk about that first? That was adorable. It was about a woman and her relationship with her son, but it's illustrated in a dream sequence of him being a piece of food, basically, and how she basically can't come to terms with their relationship falling apart as he grows up, and it's emotional. I actually cried. That was like the only thing that made me cry. We left Disneyland at about I think it was sometime in 11 or 12, like around there. I can't really remember. I think it was 12. It was almost 1 o'clock. Because by the time we got the bus, it was 1. The last thing that we did when we were there was that we looked at the confection shop, because they have a confection shop there, and it's the closest thing to the candy store inside Disneyland that we're ever gonna get. I was mostly looking for taffy. I feel like the taffy at the candy store wasn't the same as the taffy that they were selling at the World of Disney store. I should have got that one. I ended up buying nothing though, honestly. We, like I said, we hit the bus. The bus picked us up at 1. We went straight to Burger King on our street, and we got there. We ate. The burger felt huge. It just felt huge. I don't know why it felt huge. I figured because I hadn't eaten anything since breakfast. And then we hit the 99-cent store. I picked up a few things. Oh my god, they've changed the place so much. The shelves are smaller. You can actually see the people across from you now. It feels kind of awkward. It's obvious that this store is deteriorating. It's probably not gonna. I'm gonna say within the next 10 years, we're probably gonna lose all of them, because they're suffering from the same thing that Toys R Us was suffering from when it started to decline, and it took at least 10 years for Toys R Us to die. So I'm gonna assume in 10 years, 99-cent store won't exist. Aside from that, though, we picked up M&Ms and more of what is it called? We got the flavored water. That's what we got yesterday at the library. We got flavored water. And then we went home. We missed the bus, so we ended up walking home, because all we had to do was go down the street, and that was it. And the first thing I did was I worked on the extras. I am trying to complete Fouillard and Clotilda's profile extras. I only got as far as their hair. I think tomorrow I'm going to finish their clothes and try to finish those off, but I also need to print out the drafts for chapter 28, I think it is. I'm really forgetting. I keep forgetting to keep things in chronological order. Okay, so I just got off right now. It is 5, I think. I don't know what to do now, because my recording has been thrown off, because I forgot to record this morning. So in fact, I didn't even write an entry for this morning at all. I have to go back and rewrite all this stuff. What else is happening? This is the 4th recording, so I think I have at least 2 more recordings, and I have to figure out how to fit in those recordings on possibly Monday, Tuesday, or Sunday and Monday. I don't remember. Other than that, what else is going on? We are going to do recycling on either Monday or Tuesday, and then laundry on either Monday or Tuesday. I think we have to pick. I don't think we've chosen yet. I think Monday will be laundry, and then Tuesday will be recycling. The 3rd bag that I started is already getting pretty big, which is actually pretty good. So I hope that we get more than $12 this time. Is there anything else that I need to do? If I have any time left over, I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to work on chapter 30. My basic issue is that if I have free time physically and I'm just here in the bedroom, I'm going to try to write it, because I can't, when I'm on the computer, I can't wrap my head around Clotilda's problems. I feel like it's just be easier if I could just do it on paper. This isn't unusual. It's happened before. So, yeah, I sometimes just work out on paper better than I work out on the computer. Is there anything else? No, I think that's virtually it. This is a long recording. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Saturday, and since I recorded really late during Friday, I actually don't really have to go back to it. So this morning I woke up at about what time was it? I think it was between 3 and 4. I went straight to printing out the drafts for chapter 28, and I got every single page printed out except for page, page, I think it's either 8 or 9. I don't really remember. All I know is that on that specific page was when we see Dominique's room, and I haven't had a chance to actually think about what I want it to look like. I got some ideas playing, I'm throwing some ideas around in my head, but I also have to do a room for Fouillard also. So, I don't know if I want to save some of the ideas I have for this room for Fouillard, or if I want to save some of the ideas specifically for Dominique. I feel like, and then my idea is how elaborate do I want this room to be, because I feel like I'm going to need it for the rest of the scene.
but I also feel like it doesn't need to be like really super elaborate. So I'm just like, I'm on the fence. Alrighty, so after that, we ended up watching the Kase-san movie, at least the first 20 minutes of it for breakfast at like 6. And then we got off and we went for a walk to Colony Park. Originally we were just going to go around the school and come back, but then remember we wanted to go to Colony Park, so we went there. I got a bunch of bottles and cans on the way home. And then afterward, we remember while we were at Colony Park that we needed to go get more water, so as soon as we got home we went straight to Northgate, and then we got water. I only found like one Gatorade bottle on the way back. What else happened? We also got more fizzy water. We need to stop buying that stuff. Okay, so after that, after we got back from Northgate, I went straight to work on finishing Clotilda and Fouillard's profile comics. Clotilda is done, and I'm halfway through Fouillard. We ended up stopping to eat lunch, and then we watched a little bit more, like another 20 minutes worth of Kase-san. We stopped at, I don't remember what point we stopped at. We stopped at a really super specific point. I want to say we were 30 minutes in, but I don't really think that was true. I think we're actually a little bit more like 50 minutes in. I'm not really sure. Okay, so after that we went for a walk in around this other neighborhood, and we had to pee really badly, so we had to hurry back. Got a lot of bottles and cans from that place too. And then we got home, we took a shower. So I'm here recording now. I'm trying to decide what to do now. But after I finish Fouillard's comic, I don't know if there's anything else I can work on. I mean, like, I keep thinking about Agnes's comic, and I feel like I remember printing out her the draft for her, but I don't remember seeing it. I think it ended up being just yet another thing that I scanned and shredded without actually looking at it. Because like I feel like I remember working on it, but I don't have that version of a worked on version of it. So I need to flip around for it, and if I can't find it, I have to print it out again and work on it again. I hate this so much. Ugh, I hate being in this position. Okay, so yeah, all I really need to do is work on Agnes's profile comic, and then she can be done, but I still haven't put her text on her. I think I should probably do the text for that. And I ended up dropping my picture of Tomoe Agata because I just did not like how it looked, and it didn't make me feel like I inspired to keep going. Oh, which is bad because like all I have is Station went up on the 14th. Sorcery King's gonna go up. Sorcery King's gonna go up like in like 2 to 3 more days. I can't remember what. I think it was the 18th. I don't really remember. All I know is that all I have is up until Sorcery King, and then I need to post something else. And as far as I know, no one's requested anything. So like, I'm like in a shit situation. I don't have any more pre-prepared fan art. I have Hakuei, but I was saving Hakuei for next month. Then there's also my Kugo Moogle picture. I think I should probably push him forward because like I literally have nothing else. And it makes me so mad because I was hoping to at least have fan art done up until like July and August. I need fan art for July and August, and I got nothing. I feel like everything just ran out by June. I just haven't had a chance to actually work on any more fan art. I also haven't really had much of a chance to work on looking for like just combing through my my sketchbooks looking for finished pictures. My only other idea is I think I still had like Namazuo I was supposed to be working on, but I stopped in the middle of him. I don't know, something about the way that the Tokorambu characters' outfits look don't make me feel like I want to work on them. They just make me feel like, this is too complicated. I have other things I need to be doing but this. And it makes me mad because like the only reason why I feel that way is because I'm constantly spread so thin working on webcomics. If I just wasn't working on webcomics, I know I could probably, would do their pictures more lovingly. I just don't feel it. I just feel like I feel like it feels so taxing. Ugh, is there anything else? I feel like I got nothing else. I'm trying to think of something else I can post. All I could do is just move up Google Moogle. Alrighty then. So, what else is there for me to do? Finish Fouillard. What else is there? I think I should probably keep trying at chapter 30, even though I feel a little bewildered about how it's going. Still have not finished the storyboard for 29 yet. Do that too. So frustrating. Is there anything else? I feel like I want to hold off on doing 30 at the same time. No, I have to complete 30 because like I want to do the storyboard for 30 when we do laundry, and we're doing laundry on Monday. I hate being in this dilemma. I feel like I should really push 30. Is there anything else? There's also Harbor and Giselle, but I think I could pick up with them either next week or like occasionally. I need to find space to do the other things I need to do on top of the things that I have scheduled to do. Every single chapter is scheduled to be done, but I need to figure out how to squeeze in things that I can barely do, which is the extras. I mean, oh my god, I still haven't done the banner and the cover for Smack Jeeves. I only have 2 weeks left. That's not good. That's really, really bad. I feel like I don't have any other fan art. I can't think of anything else. I know I have stuff for Ryuji and Rin, but I don't feel like I can finish them because I need to pick an outfit for him. They're constantly drawing him in new outfits. I don't know, I guess I could probably go back to an outfit I've already done. I don't know, something about the poses I have ready for him don't inspire me to want to draw. It just makes me feel like whatever. Is there anything else I could think of? No, that's virtually it. I am tired. I cannot think of anything else. Alright then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Sunday, Father's Day. I didn't even realize it, but I have to go back to Saturday really quick. So I went back on and I worked on editing Maria and Shasta's countdown pictures, and then I passed that off to Monica to get color. I don't remember if she finished it or not. I think she probably did. I'm not sure if she called Shasta the right colors because he's wearing his employee uniform in that picture. Oh, I don't know. I have to look at it. Okay, so I also printed out a bunch of potential fan art as well as Agnes's profile comic. I actually printed out twice because I couldn't tell the difference between the oldest scan I've done of it and the newest scan I've done of it. And when I found the newest scan, I was like, oh, this is the one I need to print out. So I started line arting that, but I haven't finished it yet. I got off at about 3 because my head was hurting, so I laid down to take a rest. Monica hit Vaughn's without me, and so because she was gone, I picked up my phone and I started note-taking and brainstorming for how to fix chapter 30 because I keep getting stuck, and I managed to break down what needed to be said in what order. So I wrote that down really quick after I was done, and I'll work on that later today if I have a chance. She came back with food, we ate light dinner, went to bed, woke up at 10, and then I went straight to work on the Sunday pages. These pages are going to be very easy, which is why I think I'll be able to get them done and be able to have extra time to work on other things like the script, because I really want to get the script done before we go to the laundromat tomorrow. So, yeah. I completed these pages at about like 1 a.m. It was probably a little bit past 1. I don't really remember. So I went back to bed. I woke up at 5. I started coloring in page 1. It was almost done by the time that we sat down for breakfast. I completely forgot we were watching Kase-san because I only got as far as like 2 segments of it. And like, I didn't play it this morning, so I'm probably going to watch it for lunch. I ended up catching up with YouTube with Monica. And then we went for a long walk. We only managed to find 1 bottle in all the neighborhoods. And then we got home at 8, and I just spent the last half an hour working on catching up my journals and planners and fixing my to-do lists. So now I'm recording audio. This is the last audio file for the week. I need to edit this as well as work on the first page. And possibly, I think about saving the rest of this audio to work on the second and third pages. And I'm hoping to have all of them done before the day is over. If I can get them all out of the way, I want to work on the script. If I can't, then I'll have to suffice with just working on maybe the storyboard for chapter 29 because I still haven't finished that yet. I think I might have to take that with me to the laundromat tomorrow. And I'm also going to bring some extras that I have saved up. There's actually 2 extras that I haven't printed out that I need to print out because they're supposed to be with I think it was chapter like 11 and 12. I think that's what it was.
and it's Clotilda and Harbor, so I have to get that. Is there anything else? I think that's virtually it. So far, I have not heard anything from Hanamaru Mastery whether or not there's going to be a third season for Hanamaru. I feel like the storyline pretty much just ran its course with a bunch of swords that not get animated, especially ones that came out before the ones that did get animated. That makes me so angry. I feel like they waited off on animating Tomoya because they knew that Shizu was coming. And it makes me feel like, why'd they hold him back? It makes me so mad. Unless they're planning on giving both of them their own Hanamaru series, I have no idea. I'm just, it makes me so angry. My hope is that if Ufotable ever announces when they're gonna produce the what was it called? The compilation movie for Katsugeki, I'm hoping that maybe we'll find out there's gonna be another season of Katsugeki. Or if Toma would be in that, because I really wanted to be in that. Is there anything else that's on my mind? I think that's virtually it. Nothing else is coming to mind. I can't remember if I have anything else left to do that didn't get on my to-do list. I'm hoping to at least finish Agnes, but I don't know when I'm gonna have a chance to work on that. Other than that, as far as the extras go, I only have 2 weeks left of this month, and my goal is to try to complete at least the second extra for chapter 3, as well as finish off the extras for chapter 4, and I have nothing for chapter 5. So I think I'm probably gonna be struggling through figuring out stuff for chapter 5, if not the last week of this month, but the first week of the next month. I don't know, because I have to think of something and nothing is coming to mind. Chapter 5 is, I think, when they talk to the admin, and I have no idea what else I could possibly do. As for I have to also finish the extras for 6, the second extra for 7, because like those are mostly done, the artwork is done, I just haven't done the text for them. So I'm thinking about skipping 5 and just going through with those, and then from 5 and then the second extra for chapter 8, I have nothing for 8 and forward. I think I have more stuff for like 11, and 11 is the beginning of volume 2, so I have to figure out how to finish off volume 1, and that's my major issue, because I need to have that loaded by the end of like at least next month, because I don't want to be thinking about it when I'm trying to rush through the extras for volume 2. Most of those are already going to be knocked out because I have tons of those things planned for the volume 2 extras and like not planned for the volume 1 ones. It makes me mad I didn't think about them, like I didn't like prioritize them when I had the chance to, and I just right now I feel like I'm so far away from volume 1, I can't really like recall everything that happened in it, which is why I need to go back and reread it, and then it takes up so much of my time. So I need to like make time hopefully this weekend to work on that. I also need to work on Giselle and Harbor. So much. I also have their profile extras I need to print out too, because I had like a general gist of what I wanted to have happen, but I didn't really work out the dialogue for that. I know is that they come and they bug me. Everybody bugs me in their profiles. I think that's virtually it. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one.